I'm the founder of the Academy for Womanhood, and we're here to restore the real power. The real power that women actually know, but they're scared of. The power that we know, but we put forth so many swords and things to stay out of it. Women know, we just often either want to act like we don't know, or we want to siphon from another woman without actually taking on the responsibility of our own power, or we want to be play both ends, or we want to play victim, or we want all the accoutrements of power without the actual work, or like these are all the things that we do. But I'm sharing her message specifically because it's one of the it's just very common. Like this, what she's sending me this is not abnormal. It's just her flavor. And I just thought it was a really great teaching moment. So again, I'm going to pull back so folks can read it, and then I'm going to come back and make a point. So this is a message somebody, when you book a call with me, you get to put in there what you would like to discuss in the phone call. And again, this phone call is for women who like to discuss us working high level and privately, which starts at 30,000. So to book a call with me, you need to be wanting to work privately, one-on-one with me, and you know that the investment starts at 30,000. And this is the message that a woman typed in booking the call. So for those of you who are seeing my content, you're new around here like her, and different women who book calls with me, which that's something I should have instituted a long time ago. Oftentimes when women are new to me, I tell them to go binge watch my wall and just, because they're high. They visit my wall for the first time. I'm rare. It's unusual for them to see content like mine. They don't know women like me in real life. So they get hit with all this power and they get high and they're activated, but they don't have the sustenance inside them cultivated to actually exist high. So they come at me, but they don't actually have the spaciousness to exist and the power that they want, and they've been avoiding it all, and they want the power, but as I said earlier, all the things that it takes to actually live in a seat of power, they've been unwilling to do up till now. So what they do is they throw up these kinds of things, and this is just one, okay, to keep them out of the power. So I'd like to get into this for women worldwide, okay, for those of you. And my company, and not even just, this is who I am. I just do it as a business because what else am I going to do? This is who I am. The power that women are is very unwelcome in the world, okay? I'm talking about a fully aroused woman who lives in the erotic realm. This is what women actually are. All this other shit, we're just lying and pretending all the time, okay? Wanting to get a job, belong somewhere, So women intuitively know this, that we're scared of our power, we run from it, we hide from it. So we just throw up all these flames to keep us out of the actual power, which is this whole cult shit. Okay? So, boom, first that. Second of all, and then just a little caveat, culture. Cult is the root of culture. You can take and run with that however you want. Secondly, you, the woman who I'm going to send this to, because the woman who sent me this message, I'm going to clip this and send this to her. So to you specifically, what was your actual intent when you sent me this email? Go back to the state that you were in when you scheduled this call and ask yourself, what was your real intent? Okay? Because on the receiving end of this, and keep in mind, women have been booking calls with me for years. There's nothing unusual about this. This is very common. This is what women do when they want to throw up flames. Because the women who are ready, the language is very different. The language is like something like, I've been watching your content for a while, or I've been running from my power or scared or something like that, and I'm no longer done with that, and I'm ready to do what it takes to step into my power. That's the kind of language of someone who's ready. This right here is a woman who's not really ready, but what it is, she got high, and like she said, I got hooked. I love your words, and I got hooked. So that's actually what women are, that power. But what so many of us are, we avoid. So I want to get into what it actually takes for you, the woman who sent me this message, and any woman who's sincere about her power. And then understand that this is very black and white material. There's a lot of things that are ambiguous in the world, that are subjective and, got a lot of gray area. When it comes to your power, it is none of that. It's not ambiguous. It's not subjective. It's not well, if this happens, then no, you're either going to live in the realm of power, which is the bottom of things. It's like the thing that affects all things. You're either going to exist in that power, or you're going to be out here getting dragged around, busy all the time. I know you're overwhelmed. And women know this. We know this, okay? So I spoke, what was it, last week, about we don't have the capacity to actually live in our power. So we keep it down, oppressed and dormant, with all the other stuff on top, wanting to look good, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with looking good. But when you exchange, then you set yourself up for not being in the power. Anyway, so anything that you would erect as the reason why cult leaders, another flavor is, well, I have kids. Well, I'm married. My husband is, like, that's everything you're trading your power for. You got to understand. This is at this stage in the game. At the intensity of it at this level, it's like it's here. And if you don't make the decision, it's like, I'm just the messenger. It exists. It's what it is. So another one could be like, well, it's the level of ghosts we make up. And malevolent entities is ruling this planet, and this is the demonic realm. The Illuminati. It's the same flavor as this. Cult leaders being what they are, that's her flavor. Because, women don't support women. That's another flavor. Because women don't support women. Because, men are mean. Men and women are mean. Another flavor is, because narcissists, because it's cycle, it's grapists out there. Grapists, that's another flavor. It's all the same. Satan and his enemies. Oh my God, Satan and his children. Because as soon as I take one leap forward, here comes Satan and his enemies taking me back. There's another one. Capitalism. Oh, these billionaires. I'm so sick of these billionaires. They can save poverty. The same flavor. It's the same thing. First of all, are y'all getting this? Anything and everything. Anything that will help you stay out of the responsibility of your power. Is this landing? Okay, so, and I'll take it here. Let's say I am a cult leader. And so in this instance, I'm imagining what you mean by cult leader is those people who fuck with people's head to get them up inside some community and use all kind of fear-based tactics to make sure they scared to leave, don't leave, and right? That kind of shit. I'm assuming that's what you mean when you say cult, right? Because, right? Let's say I am that. Okay, leave. Go somewhere else that gives you the whatever you're looking for. See how easy that is? Then you go off to some other community, some other resource, some other woman, some other man, some other whatever. And then what's going to be the trip over there? Oh, what's the thing you're going to make up over there? Something about, look, because it's you. You're going to find an issue with everything because the real root of it is you don't want your power. You're scared of it. You're avoiding it. Whatever language you would use to describe this way, like even this whole I'm far from being financially abundant. Why is that the case? And didn't you say something about you've never had 5,000? Yeah, I don't think I've ever had 5,000 in my bank account. Why not? Like if we were to dig into your relationship with scarcity, wealth, who you are, your ability to have, because wealth is one's ability to have what they want versus, which I've talked ad nauseum about. You can go to my YouTube channel. There's hundreds of videos there. So, you coming to me talking about power, I'm hooked. Your words and I'm hooked. Sweetheart, power is vast. The actual power that women are is vast. And in the same conversation, you say to me, but that, and I've never had, so I don't even see money. I see this is a woman who doesn't have capacity. This is a woman who's like this, which means you probably struggle in the relationship department because you can't receive love, which means you probably struggle somewhere in the weight department, either with losing it or keeping it, or even if it has nothing to do with actual weight, but feeling good and being sexually aroused and visible in the world. This message tells me all that. But then you want to come to me, and which is understandable, right? Because life wants to live. Regardless of how much a woman suppresses her power, life wants to live. But we're constantly pushing life away, but then we give ourselves really good sounding, because cults, sweetheart, if you binge watch my wall, if you go spend the next month researching me, you won't be sending me these kind of fucking, go spend the next month doing diligence, because if you as a woman are not tuned in enough to yourself to be able to look at somebody and know, you don't need to be over here. Because there's a high responsibility on power. Get the fuck on and go somewhere where people tell you what to do if you don't want the responsibility of your power. It is a high responsibility to be a woman of power. It's not cute. So I say that for women at large, and for you, young lady, who I've never met before, who said you just came across my content and you booked a call to talk about working privately with me for the rest of 2025 to invest at a minimum of $30,000 to work high level and intimate to refine your full primal erotic power, so you come out onto the world stage, command attention, do whatever it is that you're here to do, and this is what you're coming with. You're not ready for this over here. So my recommendation to you and anybody who's on this frequency, anybody who's at this consciousness level, go binge watch my TikTok. Go binge watch my YouTube. That'll knock you out and fill you up real good. And then you can decide from there what you want to do. Okay? Thank you.